Hi guys, welcome back to Spoon Feeding Profits. Hope you're having a great day. Today I want to share with you 5 items that you might be overlooking at thrift stores and garage sales. And guys, we're on the brink of garage sale season, so you want to capitalize on those as much as possible. Some of these items you might just be overlooking, or you wouldn't even think for a second that this could be a money-making venture for you. So I want to just share these 5. There's tons more out there. But these 5 that I think are fairly accessible, right? So number 1, let me just enlarge the screen. The first item I want to show you is toilet paper rolls. I think everybody has access to these. And it's not just toilet paper rolls though. It's paper towel rolls as well. You can mix those two together, or you can do them separately. But people are buying these. They're buying these for craft projects, right? And you see this price here? A lot of $270 for $39, pretty much $40 plus shipping. That's the kind of price you want to price at. And that's why I left it at this screen, because you're going to see all different types of prices. And you just have to put your price and wait, okay? There's some people selling these things really, really cheap. But then there's some folks that are coming on, they're trying to buy a whole lot at one time. So they're going to buy from somebody like this person who has 270. I know someone who sold 100 toilet paper rolls for $40. So it all depends on your price, right? What you want to set it as. Let's look at the sold listings and see what's going on here. So here you have lot of 100 for $10 plus $18 shipping. So technically, just say they sold it for like $28 all to get a free ship. I'm not gonna price for that, And this is not for everybody. Like when I first heard of this about a year ago, I said, what? So I started saving a few, but then you know what? I'm not as disciplined to do that all the time. So I realized, this is not for me. I don't have the discipline. I don't have the patience to do it. But the fact that there's listings on here, that there's people selling this stuff, tells me that there's people that are willing to do it. So if you're listening to this, if you're watching this video right now and this is right up your alley, and this is something you'd be into, guess what? You can make money from this. And personally, me, if I was doing this, I would probably be selling from $250 upward. $250 lot, $300 lot, $400 lot, $500 lot. Yes, it will take a while to accumulate, but I don't want to take the time to list and ship and all that stuff and make less than $40 or sell for less than 40. So, I'm not going to do, I see some people do a lot of 10 rolls for $4, free ship, and I'm like, how are you making money like that? But maybe that's their thing. Maybe they do it like that and they make $1 profit and they're fine with it and they sell a ton of that. Maybe they find that sells faster. I don't know. For me, I would do a bulk lot, put it up, and wait. So guys, if this is your thing, like, let me put it at the highest. See what this is selling for. So here you have 150 for $26.95. Still not what I would do. Again, even if I do 150, I'd probably put a little bit, I'd probably add shipping to that at least. It's pretty lightweight, but you do want to make sure that if you're shipping these, your box is pretty sturdy. So, the rolls won't be crushed, and then when the buyer receives it, it's not going to work for their project as well as they want it to, right? About a year ago, these were selling way better, I guess, because there's more sellers. Of course, the more sellers, the more the price tanks, the more people drop the price because they want to sell theirs first. But if you can keep the price up, people will buy from you. Just list it and wait. So guys, I wanted to share this with you just in case you would have never thought of it. And there's a lot of other stuff that people use for craft projects as well, like tiny tiles that you would use to, like, for tiling your home. There's like little small ones for craft projects. There's different things. But so if this is you, right, what I would suggest is you allocate a small area in your garage, or if you're doing it out of your apartment, there's a small area, you put a box there, or you put a barrel or a bin. And as you use this stuff, as you go through your toilet paper rolls or your paper towel rolls, you just throw them in there. throw them in there and just kind of forget about them. It's not, you're not paying extra for them. You're not going out and source them. You're just throwing them in there because you're using them anyways. And when they get to a certain amount that you think you want to sell at, guess what? You sell there. If you're part of a huge family, that you go through these way faster than somebody who's living by themselves or just two people in a home, guess what? You can actually, build up a good amount within a short period of time. Or if your thing is you can ask friends to, it'll be weird asking them for toilet paper rolls, I think. But if you're that kind of person and you want to ask them for, hey, can I get your rolls from your paper towels? People might give it to you. It's up to you, right? So this is definitely no investment. You can get this for free. So I just wanted to share that because the fact that I saw listings, people are selling it, there's folks into this stuff. And if that's you, you can make some money with it, right? Secondly, I want to show you, and this here is Scrabble letter squares, right? You can find these at garage sales all day. You'll find, the games, the used Scrabble games, depending on if it's the most recent ones, they might not go for a lot, like if you want to resell the whole game. But guess what? When you see these at garage sales for 50 cents or $1, and you might not know if it's complete or not, but it has the squares, it's going to be worth it for you to pick it up. And you just keep accumulating these squares and you can sell them. People buy, again, I think it's for craft projects. I think that's why they buy them. And this price is pretty, what I'm familiar with, $44.98 for 450 pieces, right? Look at this, guys. This person sold 1,300 pieces for $26.65. Do you see why why I'm not a fan of auctions? Something like this, you don't want to do auctions for. You got to price them, list them, and wait, right? This person could have gotten probably over $100 for this lot. 1,300 pieces, so or around 100 at least, So if you're out there, and not just the squares, the trays as well. Let me see. Yep, the trays sell as well. The trays that you put the little square pieces on when you're playing the game. Again, craft projects, right? So I said this on highest just to give you an idea of what you can get. But of course, you're going to have folks selling smaller pieces, and like this 200 piece for $15.33. No, I'm going to price that higher. But maybe there's some folks who just want to flip these stuff really, really fast, and they put these prices. But if you're somebody like me that would accumulate a whole lot, or maybe you're this person, maybe you're okay with $12 sale. Maybe you're okay with that. That's fine too. It's all about, I guess, your business model. Look at this person, guys. 4,000 pieces. But because he put it on auction, $6. No way. Do not do auctions for these. There's just some things you just don't do auctions for because you got to wait on people to want to buy that lot. Not everybody's going to be into 4,000 pieces. Some people might just want a few to do a specific project, right? So for this, I would have put a nice price on here and just wait for that person. So yeah. Anyways, I know I'm ranting because I get annoyed at these bids. That's why I'm not a fan of auction. Auctions for me is like really rare pieces or something that I have no idea about. I can't even find a similar listing on eBay. I'm going to put an auction because I don't know, it could go for a ton of money and it could not. And even when I do auctions, I don't even start at 99 cents. I would put that for the minimum. I would start that auction for the minimum I want for that item. For example, I find something and I think I'm going to sell this for $40. But because I'm not too sure of what it is or could it be something that people are interested in, I'm going to put it on auction. I'm going to start it at $39. So guess what? Even if I have one bid, I'm getting what I wanted in the first place. And if it just happens to turn out to be something that people are actually interested in, guess what? They're going to bid it up. So it's a, win-win for me either way. So that's why I'm ranting. I get annoyed at these bids because I know, they can do so much better than this. But like I said, some people like that format. Here's another $1,000 piece for $40. Okay, maybe he wanted $40. That's fine. But the point of this, guys, is when you see scrabble pieces at your thrift stores or garage sales and you get them really cheap, you can accumulate them and make some money, right? So the third item I want to show you is okay, so it's granny squares. Now they have the blankets. They're hand knitted granny squares, or you can call them Afghan throws. Um, Guys, anything we see with these little squares on it, blankets, or it could be pot holders, it could be little bags that somebody. And the thing is, you can, or if you don't, it's either you know about these or you don't know about them. And if you don't know about them, it's easy to overlook them and say, this somebody just crocheted that in their spare time. Somebody probably just made that thing in their spare time. But people are into them. There's a market out there for granny squares, right? So you see these blankets, look, $75 pre-owned. Some of them I noticed that says granny squares don't look like squares to me, but I guess, look, this says granny squares. These don't look like squares to me, but for some reason that person, or maybe they just use the keyword granny squares. But generally, this is what they look like, right? Here you have somebody say granny squares again. Maybe it's because of the small patches. I don't know. But generally, guys, granny squares, it's pretty much this here, what this look like. This is granny squares. You see these prices? You can find these in your thrift stores at in the linen section, maybe. You can find them at garage sales. But even cooler, guys, other than the blankets, I want to show you that you can, look, you see this? This is like a little tote bag. You could see this at the garage sale and says, somebody just made that when they were bored, or it's just their hobby to knit stuff and they want to get rid of them. So you just overlook them, right? But really, just because it's granny squared pattern, people are going to buy them. Look, somebody paid $39 plus $8.89 shipping for a little tote knitted crocheted thing, right? So here you have some cubes, but it has the granny square patterns on them. You get the idea, right? You get the idea. I personally have never found any. I've heard of them. What am I saying? I've never found the blankets. I've never found the blankets. I've heard of them on many reseller channels, but the blankets, maybe they're hard to come by. Maybe they're hard to come by in my area. Maybe your area might be more fruitful. But what I want to show you is this, like you see these small cubes or these little small pieces, individual pieces. You can find these at garage sales all day. I promise you. Like these, look. They're I think they're pot holders, but they're not really practical. You can't actually use these they're really tiny to hold a pot. I don't think so. You might burn your hands. But it's either people are collecting them for, I'm guessing, just collectors for granny squares, or maybe there's another use for them. But you can find these at garage sales and see, look, you find a lot of them and you can sell them for 40 something bucks, right? So these are the ones I really wanted to show you. Obviously, if you see the blankets, pick them up. Those are going to be worth way more. But the little pieces is the one I want to show you. Look, and they're handmade stuff. There's some vintage ones too. If you can identify the vintage ones, you might be in more money. Look at this. This is really nice. So, okay, that's enough for granny squares. You get the gist, right? Next, I want to show you Bath and Body Works discontinued fragrances. Guys, if you notice, I have it set at used over here. So these are all used, And what I want to, even though I have this on Bath and Body Works, I want to let you know that this goes for lotions, not just Bath and Body Works. It goes for cologne by different brands. It goes for women's perfume. There's certain fragrances that they don't make anymore that people love, and they're gonna pay you for it. They're gonna pay you these crazy money, and sometimes they're even used. They're open. I've sold perfume cologne before that were, half full, but you can tell for the one I remember, the most recent one that I sold, the bottle outside was kind of, it was like a metal material, but it was scratched up all over. So it wasn't good cosmetically, but you could tell it was a vintage one. It was a Ralph Lauren, and it was halfway or a little less than half. And Somebody paid me $50 for that thing. $49, $50 for that thing. And you think, man, you could go buy a brand new cologne if you wanted, but they wanted that fragrance because they probably love that one and it's discontinued. They don't make it anymore. Or they could just be a collector, right? So if you didn't know that you can sell used cologne, used fragrances, and again, like I said, it's not just Bath and Body Works. It's not just these body mist, but it's lotions, it's nail polish, it's just to get your wheels turning on this. So when you see certain things at garage sale, and if you watch my most recent videos on how to research, you can come on eBay and research this stuff. So when you do see certain fragrances, you'll know. In this case, this here, Forever Red, if you can keep that, commit that to memory right now. This one is really rare. So you can get really nice prices for this. Like, I wouldn't do auction for that. I wouldn't do auction for it. I'd put a price and wait because they can't find it anywhere else. They got to buy it from me or somebody else on eBay, right? So this is what you want to keep your eyes out for. If you want to come on here and study the discontinued ones, which one goes for the highest? Like this oak for men, I actually saw a brand new one go for like over 120, I think it was. So, familiarize yourself with these here. All right, guys. So I want to show you this just to let you know that used fragrances can sell. Discontinued fragrances can sell. If you see stuff that looks, oh, that's vintage, or not vintage, but that's old looking, nobody's going to be interested. No. When it comes to eBay, you got to think differently. You'll be surprised at stuff that sells, right? Last but not least, I want to show you microwave turntables, right? The glass replacement for microwaves. Guys, you might have old microwaves or a microwave that is not in the best condition. Maybe somebody's throwing it away. Maybe you have a friend that don't want it anymore. Maybe it stopped working. But the turntable, the glass turntable sells. Now, obviously some of these prices are not enticing, right? $4, $5, $6. But I'm going to go here and show you the highest. So it all depends on the model of the microwave. And the good thing is, I think most of these, look at this, $59, $49, $48. You might be overlooking this stuff. You might find it in your thrift store. It might be something you have no interest in. Somebody might be throwing it away because it just don't work anymore. But you know something, you know that there's a part in there that can make money depending on the model, right? These are the only ones I'd be interested in. The ones that are like $30 and higher. Because, they're not super light, but at the same time, they're not really heavy. So you want to consider shipping costs as well. But most of these, I believe, if my memory serves me right, has the model number on the actual turntable, this glass turntable here. Why is it taking so long to load? Come on, computer. Don't fail me now. Okay, let me see. Let me try going back, see if that's gonna work. I am having a freeze at the moment. Not cool. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. You can do it. You can do it. I guess it doesn't want you guys to see this turntable. So I'm not gonna do this video all over again because this was my last item, but you guys, you get the general idea, right? And I do believe on the turntable itself has the model number, so you can check that up and see how much that one is going for. Does eBay even have any of those available? If not, guess what? You can put it on and put a decent price because, so it all depends on the microwave too. If it's a higher end microwave, you'll know that somebody would prefer to buy this missing piece than go buy a whole brand new one yet again, right? So yeah, guys, that's the 5 items I wanted to share with you. I apologize. My internet is acting up, but I really don't want to do this video all over again. But I'm glad I got to show you the microwave turntable, the trays, right? So you can do your research on eBay, or you can do your research on the spot when you see these things, right? So that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you're enjoying the content, you think it's adding value to your business. And definitely leave a comment if you have any questions or any suggestions. All right, have a good day.